that Universal is a more adult park. I tend to agree with them. Just saying. Okay, I have to say this. So every once in a while, you see people walking by with their bags and their strollers, and the only thing I can think of, and I say this when I'm at the festival too, is that's the ugliest baby I've ever seen. It's like got patterned skin, and would you leave it out in the sun too long? I know, it's just one of my funniest things that I have in my head. When the jammers are just talking to you, does that mean they're jamming? Because I'd like to know. I'm curious. Very tiny parade. But it's awesome. Let the good times roll. All that was once wrong is now right. The hat has returned to its official owner. Isn't she fascinating? Fascinatoring?
One of those.
One of those things. All right, so we have finished eating in this area, but we're now going to head on to the tribute store and show you what Mardi Gras tribute store looks like. And we'll compare it maybe to that last time. Again, I'll try to link all of those videos from a year ago during the pandemic so you can see the difference from last year to this year and see what the stuff is. You know, the big thing I will say is we don't have the floats everywhere. They're not pre-parked. They come out for a parade.
And it's an awesome parade. It's 30 to 40 minutes, and they're truly the floats out of New Orleans. They're beautiful.
Yeah, and sadly I don't get to see them because by the time the parade starts tonight, I will be heading home because they're starting them a little later tonight. That's okay. We got the food. That's what matters. Death is not a bad card in tarot, nor is the Tower's the only card that's bad, really, when you get down to it. I used to do fortune telling. I read tarot cards, I read palms. I've done it for years. It's been a while since I've done it, but so knowing the meanings of them, death is actually just a transition, a change. It is not a bad card. The Tower, however, you don't want that card. Recognizable to what you saw out there. Okay, so that's the design for probably where we purchased stuff in. Jazz Preservation Hall, that was last year. Comments, AG, that's the reason. These are all different years, I think, of the Mardi Gras, because this one here was last year. I recognize that. And then they've got a tribute store with the new face coming into it. This is nice and schematics. It's very cool. What is a badger and why do you spray? Well, I know what a badger is, but why do you need badger spray? Inquiring minds want to know. These are all the past floats.
How long have they been doing Mardi Gras?
I'm not sure. Put it in the comments if you know. Space alligator. King. He's got a king crown on too. Space alligator. Flying through space.
Last year's tribute store was.
That was that Preservation Jazz Society thing. It's really nice, yeah.
Oh.
Those are nice costumes.
It got moved from yesterday, so I don't know if someone was playing with it or they moved it. I like it.
All the costumes, yeah. Love all of the instruments. Let the good times roll. 64 degrees in the shade. It is 4:18. We have to be leaving here by no later than 7 o'clock. I'm not sure what else we're going to do. Do it again? Fire! They're pre-testing stuff for tonight's concert. There's a Latin American dancer, singer, who is performing tonight. I don't remember her name. They just had fire. I don't know if you can see, there's like 5 little, what look like pots right in the front there, and they all shot fire. It was exciting, because that's what happens when a performer has to come in. They have to test their tech. God bless stage managers. God bless stage managers.
There's all these people around.
There is nothing without them.
Is it this one or this one?
Oh, wait. I did it again. Yeah. It's probably, that booth is probably where they're steamy. Techno. That's going to be a techno concert. Because we look at the techno. That's what we're doing. Because it's fun. She's got her hat piece back. She is fascinating with her fascinator. Ooh ah, ooh ah. It's so much fun. All right. Do we want to? All right. It's 4:37. We're going to figure out what we got to do. We have about 2.5 more hours we could stay here. So we're going to figure out, now that my eye's not killing me anymore, we can pretend. Granted, I have no eye makeup left, but my eye's not killing me anymore. So forgive the imbalance here, and we're going to get back to a little more Universal fun. Mardi Gras happy people. Let the good times roll. So we have this beautiful little area here. Isn't it pretty? There are space people chatting with people.
Yes, those are the cheerleader ones.
Yes, that's space cheerleaders. And why do women wear nothing in space? I don't get that.
Oh, it's all Gene Roddenberry's fault.
Gene Roddenberry, what were you thinking?
He was thinking sexy.
Oh, yeah, he probably was thinking Majel Barrett looked good in that because that's his wife. So we're here enjoying the ambiance of Mardi Gras. A lot of the performers have started coming out and enjoying the space because the parades will be coming in later tonight, as will the concert. We will be here for neither of those things. Well, unless you come back, which you could. It's Panda! Hashtag!
Hashtag out.
Down here! Hi! It's so good to see you! Every time they call his name, he's like, wait, where's it coming from? Where's it coming from? So, whirlwind weekend trip.
Yes.
What were your thoughts? How was it for you? What did you do? What did you like?
It's very short. I wish it was warmer.
I agree.
You know, coming south, it would have been nice if it had been a warm weekend. It wasn't, but you know, you get that sometimes. So it was nice to return to the Mardi Gras. Very different from last year because you know last year was pandemic-y. So less things to do, more food last year.
Yes.
And the food was excellent. So this year, less food, more things to do.
Yes.
So I was impressed with the full parade that they did this year.
Yeah.
Because it really felt like Mardi Gras, and I've gone to a couple of different Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Awesome.
So these are definitely the floats from there. I would assume that they get it through the same float makers.
Well, it looked like based on the tribute store that they actually build them here, but they probably get help from and design work from. You know.
Right.
The one thing last year is the floats weren't riding around, but they took the floats, I think from prior years, and they placed them throughout. So the one thing I will say that I really liked more about last year, well, two things. One was so much more food, so many more gluten-free options. They put Epcot to shame last year, and
yes.
this year it is the exact
and it was
reverse.
Surprising.
Yeah, we kept just being, wait, but we can do this much more here? Why? And it's the exact reverse. I think now Epcot is way back on their gluten-free food game, and here, while you've got some gluten-free foods, they either have shellfish, which I can't eat, or soy, which she shouldn't be eating, and she's already going to be paying the price for some of the stuff she had today. The other thing was that we got here at 8 o'clock in the morning last time, like pre-rope drop, might even been earlier than that. And all the floats were out. So we could walk up to the floats, get really close to them, get some amazing pictures, and really just enjoy it. And then 2 o'clock during the day, 1 o'clock during the day, there would be people standing on the floats throwing out beads. So you didn't have to wait for a 30, 40 minute experience to make sure that you got into, you know, that you got to get beads, that you got to see Mardi Gras, that you got that whole thing. And this year, I'm not going to see it.
Right.
Because
it's only
it's
at
not
night,
straight.
so
Exactly.
they only do the one big parade. But what's cool about this year is there's an opportunity for guests to ride and be the bead throwers, and I think that's a really cool.
They do that every year.
Option.
Now,
well, except last year.
Right. Well, yes. Other thing was that they've always done that when they had the moving floats.
Okay.
That they could be on them. The one thing that I know.
Cool idea.
It is awesome, and you check in early, and they give you all your patterns. A couple other vloggers like Tim Tracker I know did it at least once, and you got the view from the float looking down. The other thing that's really nice about that this year, or I don't know if it's nice if I was involved with it, is that I believe they're limiting the people on the floats to annual pass holders.
Okay.
So it's not everybody who can do it, but if you're an AP, you could actually apply for it.
But it's families and stuff. And again, from the experience of being down in New Orleans a couple of different times, you have to be part of that crew. And it's quite a commitment to be part of a crew. It's not something you just do the one day.
These are cheerleader space people, and it looks like they've met a group of actual cheerleaders, which are now doing, awesome! I like that they're changing positions. Good sync. Cheerleading has changed.
Well, these are dancers, but I wonder what the song was.
Ladies, if you ever see this, or if anybody knows who they are, just tag them in the vlog. Share it. I don't know them at all. We never saw their faces, so it could be anybody. Tag yourself in there if you want to be one of those cheerleaders. Let me know that in your heart you were one of those cheerleaders. That would be awesome. They were very good. So yeah. So any other? All right. So that was the Mardi Gras experience.
Yes. So I mean that was the reason we came down for the weekend.
Was Mardi Gras and Flower and Garden for me.
Flower and Garden for you.
And then thoughts about the pool, the resort.
Well, so it was nice to come down as an annual pass holder for Universal and not feel that pressure because it wasn't the perfect weekend. So it was one of those spur of the moment, you have to change what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so I decided Friday, instead of coming to the park, my focus would be to hang out at the pool. And so at Sapphire Falls, it's a wonderful pool. And they do have, a little cafe down there so you can get drinks and food while you're by the pool. And I just spent the day enjoying the weather because it was quite nice.
Yeah, you had the 85 degree day.
85 degrees. And then, of course, Saturday was almost a washout. So
literally.
It was cold and rainy and windy. And so both days I only spent like 2 hours in the park at all on either of those days because my focus was enjoy the warm weather since I'm in the south. And then yesterday was avoid becoming a drowned rat.
Like me.
Because I know I'll be back to the park and I can enjoy the park on a day where it was nicer weather. So I enjoyed that part of it, to be able to be an annual pass holder and just hang out at the resort. And it was a new resort for me. I haven't stayed at Sapphire Falls before. I like it. I would definitely return to that resort.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it had a nice vibe.
Yes.
Kind of beachy, relaxy, chill, kind of. It was good. It was good stuff. Things you would change or do differently besides the weather. That's a given.
Can't control that. I might have added another day in.
Yeah.
Because of how it happened, to get a couple more of the rides in, because I only did 2, maybe 3 rides a day, depending on the day. Even today that we were in the park all day, it's still, because the crowd, it was
spring break started.
Spring break.
Yeah.
Big crowds, so.
Adding a day, so just to do more rides, you're thinking, or?
Yeah, to spend more time in the actual park since I didn't this time.
Yesterday, if the weather had been better, you might have done more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely.
So we are actually going to see about hitting Transformers right now to test these bands for me and see what that will do. Either that or Jimmy Fallon. We'll look at the times once more since we've been chilling here and see what happened to the numbers. But it is, the lines are crazy today, more so than I expected. And I would not have gotten on all the rides that I went on if it wasn't for the kindness of that gentleman who felt very, very bad for me losing my stomach, lunch, breakfast, and so much time, and Hagrid's so long ago. And all you people go, oh no, Hagrid's is great. No, you'd really like it. You need to try it. No, I did. I know better. I found mulch, and the mulch found what was in my stomach. No. So, any last thoughts? Anything you want to share with them, just in case? Because this may be the last time we have some real down time to chat. And it is a lovely background. I'm trying to get you in there too.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing the background.
I was, but I didn't. Then I came back. So any last thoughts you'd like to share?
I think people should come and experience Mardi Gras here, because I think they do a good job of giving you that whole mini flavor of Mardi Gras if
Yep.
you're not going to make it into one of the cities that do it up big. I also like that they do it for a much longer time than an actual Mardi Gras celebration
Yeah, because
happens.
technically Mardi Gras would have ended like last week.
More than that, I think.
It was a week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
Whenever you see this.
Yeah, Mardi Gras was already done before
It's
we
done.
even filmed.
Yes.
So filmed. So there you go. So yeah, no, it is a really fun experience, and it's a nice way, a slightly more controlled version of getting that experience.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and more family friendly.
Yes. Yes, if you want your children to experience Mardi Gras. Now I have a friend who does Mardi Gras down in New Orleans, and yes, it's New Orleans. It's not New Orleans, but New Orleans.
Or NOLA.
NOLA. And it's a very different experience there for sure. So, yeah, this was fun. This was awesome. I'm glad we got to do this again. You want to try this again next year this time?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, we're going to do this again next year and try the foods and see if they got better stuff. And the only thing I'll say, Universal, step up your food game. You were unbelievably good last year. And this was a real disappointment. Like, if we hadn't already planned to come here and she wasn't a pass holder here as well, I would have probably just done 2 days at Epcot because I couldn't even get through all the foods there. And I mean, I ate, out of 12 dishes I was trying to eat, I ate at least 10 of them in one day. I was full.
Well, and we know you can do it because last year we were so shocked by all of the foods we could eat and the quality of them.
Yep.
They were so good, and the fact that we kept saying they're better than Food and Wine.
We were Flower Garden.
But Flower Garden, yes.
But we were saying that over and
Disney.
over. And so, yeah, you guys prove to us that we're wrong. Prove to us that you're better. Or I may drag her back over to the Disney place to get, more.
Oh, sounds like a challenge. Throw it down.
Yes. Put it in the comments. Hey, Universal, up your food game, dudes. The one thing with Single Rider, you don't see any of the storyline stuff, but you also don't wait very long, which is awesome.
I've done it. I've escaped Harry Potter world with my butterbeer. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to drink butterbeer, and I won't be in Harry Potter world, and you can't stop me.
These things are awesome. In the morning, I still got a little queasy on the Forbidden Journey ride, but it flips you upside down, so I kind of felt fair about feeling a little off by that. But I've left them on all day, and what a difference. I saw the entire Transformers ride. I didn't know those things happened. I got spun 4 or 5 times in the Men in Black ride. Not queasy, although the flashing lights with the spinning was a little off-putting. But man, what a difference. I'm excited. Still not up for Hagrid's yet, but I'm still excited. That's fabulous. Awesome.
They're trading in.
Yes. They look awesome.
Got that shellfish.
Hello.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras. I'm allergic to all of you.
Thank goodness. Better.
Good.
I love you're my favorite person.
Yeah.
Yay!
Number
That's the
one
happiest
fan
thing I heard all day. All I get is you look delicious. You look great with
Oh
butter.
no,
You
you
taste it.
I would be so ill from you, but thank you for being nearby but not inside.
Oh, that's so yeah.
Now we've got a best friend.
Dancing prawn?
Crayfish.
Crayfish.
Or crawfish. Crawdaddy. It's the Universal Ball, just in time for it to say Universal across the front. Universal. We're headed out of Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. We had a great day. I hope you enjoyed everything that we did. Let's take a boat ride back to the resort. We're in the airport before security. Not much was open, not much had food left. My flight is leaving at 11 now instead of 10. No, it's 11:30, I think, instead of 10. And she's crashing here in town tonight at a different hotel near the airport. So we decided to get food and made a lot of discoveries, like there's no guacamole at Moe's. They ran out of lettuce after me, so she doesn't have lettuce on hers. And one of the entrees that she used to always get has soy in it, and she's allergic to that. So this is a very different meal for all of us. Here's her bowl, and the pictures will go in right here. I'm not going to expect this to be wildly exciting, but I've got corn, I've got chicken, I've got the rice, I've got cheese and olives and lettuce. No guac. And I'm adding salsa to it. Okay. Chicken has a decent flavor, a little salty. It has a little more of a fast food flavor to it compared to a Chipotle, if that makes sense. But they were fresh cutting up what they could there. And McDonald's, Panda Express, Moe's, and Pizza Place were the only places open, so we really were limited at what we could have. So, I mean, it's okay. Salsa has a nice kick. I put olives on my last bite.
So I got the ground beef, which I never do. I didn't realize that the chicken has soy. Got the corn salsa, because that's what they had, and cheese and sour cream. So, it's alright.
It's okay.
It's alright.
Right.
Yeah.
It's food. It's filling. Because once I get through those gates there, nothing's going to be open. And I will be stuck there late, so I just wanted to make sure I had a beverage. Now, hopefully, the Hudson News at least will be open, and I can at least get a bottle of water or something to keep me going. Once I get on the plane, I won't take the mask off, because I never do. And this was pre-pandemic, I never did, so I'm gonna finish this as much as I can eat it. And, woohoo.
She's going away. Bye-bye, Flame. Bye-bye. All right, guys, it's just you and me getting home. Let's go through security. I stood there, no lie, I stood there for at least, I'm gonna say 3 minutes, maybe more, watching the guys fit back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, putting this thing that would set off the alarm on different parts of his body, outside of his body, to make it react. So I am now hopefully going to have my favorite seat. We're gonna take our last ride of this trip. Overall look. The pink is Magic Kingdom. And there's your figment. The 50th logo. I'm showing each of the different parks and the different colors. The pink, green for Animal Kingdom, and blue. This one's for you. Good old Miss Daisy, I'll be taking you to see her gold statue when we get there. Now we get to sit and wait at our gate for about 2 hours. Woohoo. Which everything is closed, all the food places. They probably closed at about 9:30, cut off their line, so the last people were getting served, and then they're done. I was hoping I was going to get some ice cream or something, but I took my time, and that's on me. So, supposed to be at gate 110, which is directly behind the food area. So we're heading there now. I've seen that my flight has gotten delayed and not delayed and delayed and not delayed, and it's just delayed. It's going to be late. 11:14, so an hour and 15 minutes late. I will be getting in at about 1:30 in the morning. It was a very good trip. Besides the transportation issues, getting out Friday night was yucky. The hotel, though, was lovely, with the exception of, I will tell you now, if you are a gluten-free eater, Sapphire Falls is awful for you. Amatista had a decent breakfast, and I was happy with their options there. The quick service literally had nothing they could do at the cooking station. Like, I could get a banana and a prepackaged yogurt or something. That was it. And for Sapphire Falls to be a more expensive, higher-end resort and not have options isn't okay. The shower was nice. The size of the toiletries was specifically nice. I was really surprised by that. The boat transportation is awesome, but technically you could get that if you walked from the other two hotels over to it before you took it in the morning. If you've got a soy allergy, Universal is horrible. And I didn't realize how bad it was. I know we did the festival last year and she ate a bunch of stuff and wasn't feeling well. And now we're discovering it's because they use soy oil as their base oil. So she got a lot of things she shouldn't have had, without even realizing it. Now, the really cool thing is, as we were leaving, we got stopped for a survey, specifically about Mardi Gras. Did you experience anything? And I'm like, yeah, we did. I've got to get to my bus, but, they were my boat. And he was like, well, here, if you'll do this. And he was like, oh, it'll only be 2 minutes. I'm like, it was closer to 7 or 8, maybe. It wasn't awful, but if we were really, truly running late, I would have walked out in the middle of it, you know what I mean? Anyway, they asked about the experience, and I will tell you, Mardi Gras, the entertainers were great. She said the parade was amazing. I love, I liked the experience of, the way they decorate and the music and the tribute store, but the food was lacking. Last year they had brigadeiros, it was this really incredible pork dish with a starch on the side. It was so good. All these really terrific, amazing food options that just disappeared this year. And spice and flavor and intensity. And it just was lacking. And we didn't do everything, but to be honest, we were repeating so many things we had done last year anyway that, it fell flat. Those motion sickness bands that I tried wearing, so I highly recommend them. I got those from Amazon, but I've gotten them at drugstores like CVS's, Walgreens, stuff like that. And just ask for motion sickness bands, and there's a little stretchy wristband with that nubby on it that you place 3 fingers down and then in between these tendons here. So it kind of hit there, and I just left them on all day. And like I said, that first ride was still a bit much. I still got a couple moments with the stomach dropping, etc. But Transformers was easy. Men in Black, the spins, I'm now learning exactly how rough they are, and I'm okay with that. But that was relatively easy. So, I'm going to get on the plane in about an hour and a half. Started. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it home. We have a beautiful Sammy. Hi, Sammy. Yeah, we're all home and happy. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for making this a great experience. If you've not done so already, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're going to have more content, more Christmas coming, and then off to Disneyland later this year. I'm very excited to do that with you guys, because I'm really curious to see what their gluten-free situation is like. It's very different, I've been told, than the world. So let's go see what it's all about, Have a great evening. Have a wonderful time. Share, subscribe, like, all the good stuff. And I don't have a tagline.
Singing hey ho, a maiden's life, 1, 2, 3. Hey ho, a maiden's life, won't you drink with me?